Hi, my name is Antonio Arroyo, and today I'll be explaining, aka my mission, to provide the world's best free resource on how any business owner in any industry can grow their business without gaining a loan. And I'll also be explaining why you should always be ecstatic when a customer is dissatisfied with you or your company. A lot of the time as entrepreneurs, we get a little upset when people are dissatisfied with our service. We think, they're just giving us a tough time. They don't appreciate, the value we provide, X, Y, and Z. We usually, are kind of, I guess, not open to that criticism or that, somebody's opinion not being very great of us. And today I'll explain why we should be thankful every time somebody is dissatisfied and they voice it with us. So a little bit of preface. Ideally, your company or you should never make anybody dissatisfied, angry, or upset. You should never make anybody feel like they didn't get a good service, a good value for the dollar. But mistakes happen. We are not robots. Sometimes we mess up. Sometimes, we just do something that people don't like and, they get a little frustrated. So let's talk the numbers here. This is why you should always be ecstatic when somebody complains to you. So number one, 96% of dissatisfied customers never speak up. That is huge. Think about it. Out of the complaints you hear about your business, that is not even a fraction of them. That's the tiniest fraction of them. The complaints you hear about your business, there's this many complaints, but you only hear this many. So this means that most of the clients that are dissatisfied with your service don't speak up. They just go silent. They don't say nothing. And you might think, well, that's okay, because if they're dissatisfied, that means their problem wasn't that big, because if it was, they would have spoke up. No, but it is big, because if you look at this, 91% of dissatisfied customers will never return. So that's terrible. So basically, out of every dissatisfied customer, nearly all of them are going to leave and go to a competitor or just stop doing business with you. And on top of that, this is where it gets really bad. The average dissatisfied customer will, not only not tell you anything, they not only will, leave and go somewhere else, but they also will tell 9 to 15 people about their negative experience, which is terrible. So, in a nutshell, losing a customer is detrimental to your business, and every time you lose a customer, you lose that customer, 10 future customers, any possible future referrals from that customer, and any possible future profits from that one customer. So, that's why, like I said, when a customer complains, you should be ecstatic and grateful, because they're giving you the opportunity to make the situation right and keep them as a client, not have negative things said about you behind your back or your company's back, receive future referrals from them, and to receive future profit from them. So dealing with dissatisfied clients is a pain, but the alternative is so much worse. Think about it, all this bad stuff, losing that customer, losing 10 future customers, 9 to 15 actually, it could be more than 10, losing future profit, or if you losing future profit and losing future referrals from these customers, it's terrible. And the data doesn't lie, you can't expect your customers to speak up when they're dissatisfied. That's not going to happen. Most of the time, they're just not going to tell you anything, and they're just going to go somewhere else. So to increase the number of dissatisfied customers you're aware of, what you need to do is you need to be constantly asking your clients, is everything okay? What can we do to make your experience better? Is there anything we can do, to make your experience, even better than you expect, to go above and beyond? And this can be done, you could ask them these questions and how they're doing and how their experience is by, phone calls, text messages, emails, direct mail. You could send something in the mail. You could do in-person visits. Just, always ask for feedback. And you should do this, always after the first transaction. If you just, did a transaction with a new client, always be asking, hey, is everything going smoothly? Is everything going to your liking? Can we do anything else to make the experience better? Because, that's when you give them the opportunity to share their feedback. Because if you don't ask for their feedback, most likely they're not going to tell you anything. But when you ask for their feedback and you truly, honestly want their feedback, you got to be honest about it. You can't just be like, give us your feedback. No. You got to genuinely feel like, listen, we care about you. We want your feedback. And when you go to them like that, person to person, they're going to give you their feedback. And in general, something about timing, I'm getting off track a little, is it's fairly good to ask, often if people, how they're doing, Say if you have a client, you worked with them for a while, then they go off and do their own thing. It's good every once in a while to be like, hey, we sold you that product, a couple months ago. Is it all working out? Is everything okay? Do we need to fix anything? Get constantly checking with them to make sure that they feel like you care about them. Because when they feel like you care about them, they will tell you if anything's wrong. Which is important because once you know if something's wrong, then you could correct it. If you don't know that anything's wrong, say if, these customers that are dissatisfied and they don't speak up, you can't correct that dissatisfaction, so it's important that you, one, get their feedback and are aware that they're dissatisfied, because once you're aware they're dissatisfied, you could solve that problem. So yeah, by asking for feedback, you open up the perfect opportunity to, to ask for referrals, reviews, and repeat business. Say you ask somebody, hey, is everything going okay? Is everything you're liking? And they're like, yeah, your service is great, yada, yada, yada. That's the perfect time to say, hey, man, do you know of anybody else that, could use this product or service? Or, hey, do you mind leaving us a review online? That'd really help us out and help you, continue to give other people this lovely service. Or you can ask for repeat business. Hey, since you love this product so much, you might consider, upgrading to our premium version, which also involves, X, Y, and Z. You also open up the perfect opportunity to make your business even better. Think about it. If a customer tells you, hey, I'd really like it if you do this, and then you look into it and it doesn't cost that much money, might as well do it for them. If they're going to appreciate it, might as well do it for them. Because like I said, you could always upsell them, ask for reviews, ask for referrals to balance it out. So that's the lesson today. Stop losing customers. Sometimes instead of, gaining more customers, it might make sense to stop losing customers, So yeah, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out to me at faq@antonioarroyo.com or 510-556-3775. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.